The day I realized the walls of our house knew my secret before my husband did, I was sitting on the nursery floor with one hand around my belly and the other on the tiny crib rail, listening to a clock that ticked like it had something to say. My name is Zara Blake, and when I moved into that glass and stone place on Coldwater Ridge, I thought love would make it warm, but the truth is, some houses are beautiful and cold. At the same time, you know what I mean. The kind of place where your footsteps sound expensive and your heart sounds like it's trying to be quiet. My husband Cole is the calm kind of rich. He builds things, signs things, fixes things, and vanishes into a pantry to answer emails so no one has to watch him work. And then there's his mother, Vivian Pearls, and posture for sport. The kind of woman who says "dear" like a warning label. At first it was little cuts, the smile that doesn't reach the eyes, the careful you people tucked into sentences like a pin, where you won't notice until you bleed. And I kept stirring tea, counting breaths, telling myself to be water, not fire. Then one morning I caught my reflection with a faint bruise and told the mirror the same story. I told Cole when he came home early. Slipped, no big deal, let it go. But outside the kitchen window, I heard the groundskeeper and the housekeeper whisper, "She doesn't laugh like she used to, don't say it too loud." And I felt my life getting small in a very big house. Cole sat by the bed that night, smooth as always, but I could hear the current under his voice, and the next day, the house did its routine. Toaster click, soft shoes, that expensive hum in rich kitchens. While I buttered toast I didn't want, and flinched when the knife brushed my wrist, he asked if I slept. I nodded too fast. He said he had calls and slipped into the study months ago. He'd put up security cameras because safe neighborhoods still need locks. We never checked them, we didn't need to, right? Except at 3:12 p.m. A slate gray sedan glided in like it owned the place. Vivian stepped out, and from the angle in the kitchen, you could see everything that counts. Without a single word, her chin tipped down like she was measuring me. My shoulders crawled up like they were trying to hide my heart. Her finger landed on my arm, delicate. Then the delicate left a shove that knew where to leave, no marks. Later, she blocked the nursery door with a chair, like she was guarding a museum exhibit she hated. And then her hand cracked across my face. "Yeah, that happened," Cole told me. He paused the video and sat still long enough to learn that rage doesn't help if you need the truth to stand up on its own. So he built a plan like a clean contract. Audio on every camera, rolling a staged exit with a kiss on my forehead. A car parked under a cottonwood around the corner. His tablet lighting up with all my angles, while I moved through the morning like I wasn't bait in my own kitchen. I was pouring tea when the front lock turned without the bell. Vivian walks like floors should thank her. She crossed the marble with even taps and said, "Good morning, dear." Like a threat wrapped in satin, I put the cup down and tried. "Please not." Today, she tilted her head. "My son isn't here." "Zara, we can finally be honest." I should have walked away. I shouldn't have had to. She stepped so close, I felt the heat of old money and old rules. "Do you really think you fit in this picture?" she asked, nails circling my upper arm. And something in me, the part that gets taller when someone threatens your child, stood up. "This is our home, this is our child. You don't have to approve, but you will not touch me again." The mask fell off her face so fast, it sounded like plastic. Then she said a small, mean phrase. "I won't repeat, because some words try to chain you to history." And she shoved my hip, hit the counter. The teacup shattered into snow. I did what women do, tried to clean the mess so life would look normal again. She yanked me upright. "Look at me when I speak to you close enough that her perfume still makes me dizzy in department stores." Then she reached for the knife block, fought a snatch, a selection weighing the steel like it belonged to her. "See how easy it is," she whispered, "to make things disappear in the distance." A car door slammed like thunder, rolling downhill. Footsteps came hard and fast. Cole hit the side door like weather changing. "That's enough," he said, not loud. Just final, Vivian turned with the knife hovering, and for the first time she looked shocked, not at what she was doing, but at being watched doing it. "Cole, you've misunderstood," she started, already staging her theater. He didn't raise his voice, he raised to the truth, pointed at the little black camera blinking red in the corner. "Every second is recorded, every visit, every word." The knife clattered to the counter and rang through me like a bell. "I'll never unhear." He stepped in front of me and I learned what it feels like to be shielded inside your own house. "You raised me to protect what is mine," he said, to the woman who taught him his last name. "This is my wife, this is my child, protecting them is not negotiable." Sirens stitched themselves into the air. Blue and red bled through the windows. 2 officers came in with a kind of quiet authority that makes marble look cheap. Cole handed over the tablet. They watched their faces moved from, "We're here to calm this down," to, "We're here to do our job." The knife slipped into a plastic evidence bag that flashed like a mirror. The cuffs clicked. Neighbors pretended they were just out with their dogs, someone said. "Money doesn't clean everything." And I pressed my face to Cole's shirt, while his hand smoothed my hair like he was ironing fear flat. That should be the end, right? But life doesn't jump cut to happily ever after. It drags you through court dates that don't care how much your hands shake. We repainted the nursery because the first color felt haunted, and because normal sometimes looks like a debate over eggshell versus satin, while your cart holds nightlights and baby wipes. We put up a little mobile with slow stars. Cole stopped treating the house like a hotel, with an excellent breakfast, and started making playlists with old soul, and one ridiculous pop song he will deny forever. We tried therapy, you can laugh, but it helped. We learned that grief and anger can sit next to love. If you give them chairs, I watched him unlearn a childhood, where strength meant never saying ouch. He watched me relearn the shape of my voice. Mateo taught me to keep deer off the hydrangeas with coffee grounds, and I swear that felt like a metaphor for boundaries. "Mrs. Lou started humming again in the hallway, and that's what joy sounds like in a house, people ask. If I regret not telling Cole sooner, and I carry that question carefully. Now shame belongs to the person who harms, not the person who survives. I was busy staying alive in a pretty place, and he was busy waking up from training. That sleeps in your bones. We met in the middle when proof made a bridge. The baby came on a Tuesday, with rain outside and sunshine inside. I'm allowed to be corny. We named him August, because even in cold places, there's a day that refuses to give up summer. As for Vivian, her name became case numbers and headlines that lost their teeth. We didn't visit. Some ties are not meant to mend. Forgiveness without accountability is just free PR. What I did was heal, refused to hand her the next chapter, learn to laugh in my own kitchen again. So here's the part people fight about in the comments. And I want you to, because that's how we keep this honest and useful. If the person hurting your family wears your last name, what do you owe blood and what do you owe love? If you were Cole, would you call the police on your own mother or keep it inside the house like rich folks love to keep everything inside the house? If you were me, how soon would you tell? And does your answer change when you factor in race class? The way certain neighborhoods decide the story just by who's standing in the frame? Tell me a moment when someone finally believed the person everyone told them not to believe. And what happened next? If this hit something true for you, hit subscribe so we can keep a corner of the internet where love beats legacy and proof beats performance. Then drop your take below. Who was right? Who was wrong? Where do you draw the line between loyalty and justice? I'm listening, we all are.